still isolating. I understand how painful it is for them to not be able to protest. I completely empathise with both sides, and so I think if you've made the decision to go to the protest or not go to the protest, that is at your discretion, and there's no judgment either way at all. There are people who need to stay home because their safety is the most important thing, and there are people who go out to the protests because it is still to do with their safety. Do you understand what I'm saying? People aren't just going on these marches because it's like their favourite football team or something. They're going because when you see someone who's a victim of police brutality and they're being killed in the street, and these people aren't just individuals that you have no relation to. They are representative of your brothers, your sisters, your children, your parents, your best friends. I think why some people kind of aren't clicking with why people are going out in this pandemic is because they think it's not that deep, or it's not that serious, or I think the fundamental thing is, if you're not black, when you see these people dying on the news, somewhere really deep down, you know that could never be you, or that will never be you. Whereas when I watch these images, I think that could be me. That could be my mum. That could be my best friend on their way home from work. That could be my mum at work and someone spits in her face. That could be my da-da-da. It's so much more immediate. And so for those people, that is the correct thing to do, is to go out there and in some way beg, plead, try to convince this violence to stop. And that is just as life and death for those people as Corona is. I hope that sheds a bit of light on that. Yeah, how do you feel about staying at home because of coronavirus, protesting around large numbers? That's crazy. I think also in the UK, we've got a government that kind of believes in herd mentality and herd immunity, sorry. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know anything about, I'm not a virologist. I don't know anything about pandemics, epidemics. I don't know about the best way to, I don't even think our government knows how to do that, but the UK hasn't been in strict lockdown. I mean, a couple of weeks or months ago, we had some sort of like big VE Day celebration where everyone was out having parties and doing a conga and all running their 500 hands along the same freaking rope, taking their little children's hand and going, here, touch this rope that 300 people have just touched. Do you know what I mean? I think people before the protests stopped caring about lockdown. So I don't think we can all point at the protests when we know everyone's been down at the beach in their hundreds for weeks now. And that is just to do with the lack of clarity from our government. So I don't think anyone in this situation is to blame but the government. As always, let's just blame the government. Let's blame them. The fear of not knowing. Oh man, I'm so behind that everyone's questions and comments are so abstract that I have no idea what you're talking about. So I'm going to just scroll to the bottom again. Oh dear. Your face gotten fatter. My whole body's gotten fatter, not just my face. What cigarette brand do you smoke? I'm not making any recommendations because smoking is bad. Don't do it. Oh, Vanessa, K. No, don't K me. I just didn't hear what you said. Hi, Letty. Oh, thank you for coming, baby. Right, I'm really desperately trying to remember the third thing what I wanted to talk about today. So we talked about Black history, we've talked about social media and the way it changes our conversation. Oh, it was racism within institutions. But I feel like we kind of covered that too. I think we kind of covered, the police, schools. And I guess the other institution, which is what I'm a part of, is hi Anne, hiya baby. Shadi Omer, her face didn't get fatter, she's just got cute cheeks. Oh, thank you, but no, I have gotten fatter. It's not just chubby cheeks. It's okay though, but thank you. So yes, the other institution I guess I want to talk about is the arts as a. Sorry, I'm going to eventually talk about the thing I want to talk about. Are you having a baby for your weight gain? Okay, I just want to clear this up once and for all. I'm sure it will come up again. I'm really too old to care about gaining weight or losing weight. I promise you, so many other things to worry about in life. It's totally fine. Think about it, we're all going to end up like chubby and wrinkly anyway at like 80. It ain't deep, ain't a big deal. Don't worry about it. Okay, now important things. So one thing that I'm finding really interesting about this is kind of the institutions and the companies that have been speaking out in support of Black Lives Matter, and people actually coming out and holding them accountable in terms of just seeing whether they're just talking or whether they're actually if they're actually willing to do the work. And one of the things that have kind of been occupying my mind this week especially is how do I hold institutions that I've attended accountable as well, whether that be my drama school, whether that be companies I've worked with, whether that be like casts that I'm in. How do we hold them accountable? What do we want to change? Like, what do we want to see change? And I think it's probably a combination of the things that we've talked about today, which is proper integration of these bits of history that we don't think about or we've forgotten about. And I think the way that translates into a drama school is acknowledging black work, black writers, black material, and also more than that, integrating it even deeper into the way we train as actors. So I don't know if other people here, I know Letty, you're here, but if there's anyone else who goes to drama school, I remember we did this event called Beyond the Canon, which was a book of monologues that covered black, Middle Eastern, I think they're working on the East Asian monologue book as well. But the idea is we all pick a monologue and we perform it, and it's fantastic. And during that day, we did a warm-up, for like our voice and our bodies and everything, and he ran it using Pan-African like songs and movement. So instead of just doing our like spine rolls and all this and then that and our whatever, we were that was me just totally shitting on 3 years of amazing training, but it was just a completely different way of approaching the same work and like trying to achieve the same goal, but a totally different way. Like, so we sang a song in Shona. We sang like in rounds using like African choral stuff. It felt like just very grounded and very embodied, and everyone enjoyed it despite what background they came from. And for the black students especially, it kind of validated me in a way, because I was like, right, so my culture and my history and our way of moving and our ways of singing and our ways of existing are just as valid as a training method as this whole other body of work that's really based in like Grotowski and Eastern European styles. So it was like, we have a place within the world and the culture and history of theatre as black people, and I just would love to see that spread across the drama schools so that it's experienced by everyone, because I think in black over here. So like going, okay, here's the course, and then we're going to spend 2 weeks doing a bit of black stuff. I think as an academy, as an educational system, they have just as much responsibility to fighting systemic racism as the police do and as our schools do, because you've got an opportunity there where you've got people from all over the world, all these different backgrounds, and the whole point of drama school is to be outside of your comfort zone, to imagine yourself in circumstances that you would never normally be in. I got to learn so much about Irish culture. I got to learn so much about like old England. I got to learn so much about American stuff or American plays, and I wish that my white fellow students had the opportunity to kind of explore other stories, whether it's through poetry, whether it's through like movement, like understanding, like Afrobeat. If we could have done Afrobeat, we did flamenco. We did 6 weeks of flamenco, but it would have been sick to have done like 6 weeks of dance hall, or like because to like really get grounded into our hips. I think schools just don't think about that because they're worried that a lot of our drama schools are at least 100 years old, and I feel like they're worried that the prestigiousness of their reputation is going to be somehow damaged if they try to integrate more kind of like non-traditional work. And I think that's really sad because we're then saying that black writers and artists don't have a tradition of their own. And I think that's a really big it's a really big shame. It sounds like there is more knowledge of ancestry in the UK. Yeah, Vanessa, I think that's to do with one, our country is not to sound like an argument, our country is older than yours. As in white America, as in we're not talking about Native American history, obviously they've been there for hundreds and hundreds back. So I think yes, we do have more knowledge of our ancestry, but also for example, a lot of people who are have got their roots in what am I trying to say? For example, my mum moved from Kenya in the 90s to the UK, so I don't have. It's not like I don't know where my for them right now. Like I know exactly where all my ancestors come from, and I don't think all African Americans have that luxury because of slavery. They didn't keep any notes of their names. They didn't have any documents. You have to remember people were listed like cattle, not even like cattle, as cattle. They were property. So it's really hard for people to track their ancestry, and it is really hard to understand your history. For me, like even when I was in school, like no one was like ashamed of being African, or like especially when it comes to like Nigerians. Like Nigerians are so proud of their culture. Like they are speak with their full chest. Let me tell you. So there isn't that kind of. I don't think black people are as lost here in the UK because our family's like right over there on the other side of Europe. Like, just pick them up and talk to them. Yeah. Oh, B-Wire, I'm so sorry. I've asked about 10 questions and you ended up scrolling down. Oh, I'm so sorry. Do you mind typing in again? Because I'm too scared to lose the train of comments. I'm so sorry. I'm going to do this better next time, I promise. What would you like to do next with your career? I haven't really thought about my career, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, I've not spent a great deal of time this past month thinking about my career. I just want to keep making work I'm proud of. And that's it. I think that's my only criteria for work. I don't really care how many people see it. I don't really care where I do it. I just want to keep working with really good people doing work I feel really proud of. That can, if that's in front of 2 people or 2 million people, I'm not really fussed. I think the most enjoyable time of my career was actually when I was in drama school. My year group was outstanding, and it's an outstanding group of actors and it's an outstanding group of people who pushed me, challenged me, and made me a better actor and person. And that is all I want. I want to go from job to job, working with people who make me better as a person, as an artist. So I felt very lucky to have the experience that I had. I know not everyone has that. So did you apply for any other drama schools like Lambda or Central? I did apply for Central. My audition for Central was an absolute travesty. So humiliatingly bad. I just assumed that they had a good laugh after that, so at least I could bring a little bit of humour into their life. Lambda, I don't think I applied to. I think we're in a free-for-all now. I think I've covered my topics that I wanted to talk about today, so if you've got any more questions, how much time have we got left? We started at 6:45. Oh my goodness, it's been 2 hours. Okay, let's do 10 more minutes then. Any other questions? Let's do a quick fire. What drama school did you go to? I went to Darling. Okay, any more questions? Okay, I'm at the bottom now, so I should see them as they come in. Alright. What are the little things that keep you happy during these difficult times? Naruto Shippuden is making me so happy right now. I don't just watch anime, sorry. It's not deep like that for me yet. But right now, what gets me through the day is the next episode of Naruto. My god. Okay. What are your thoughts on colorism? I think it goes hand in hand with racism. Absolutely, I think colorism is just internalized racism. I think it's in its simplest form. Do you have any advice for being confident? No, but if you have any advice for being confident, let me know, because that's my goal right now. Oh my god, what did you do to your hair? I cut it. Are you ever around Islington? Who's asking? Did you audition in the States? 30 reasons why. I did it via Skype from my bedroom. Do you think through the years racism will decrease more and more? Let's hope so. Got a role in CBC Dumping Ground. Is that show on still? I loved that show. How do you memorise lines quickly? How do you memorise lines quickly? Oh, I don't know. If it's do or die, your brain will do it somehow. Are you a fan of Hollyoaks? I haven't watched Hollyoaks since everyone died in that big fire. Do you remember that episode? That arc where everyone died in a huge fire and then somehow the show came. That was a long time. Do I like girls? I love girls. They're the best. The best. Boys are also the best. Everyone's the best. Favorite type of music changes every day. Sometimes I'm listening to everything, literally everything. Like sometimes I'm listening to like UK grime, then the next minute I'm listening to like Gypsy Kings, and then the next minute I'm listening to like some film soundtrack, and then the next minute I'm listening to like Beyonce. You know, it's like depending on my mood. Do you like to cook? I'm not good at it and I hate washing up. If I could live my life for someone cooking for me, that would be a lot more convenient. Zodiac sign, Libra. I've started watching 30 Reasons Why. I'm hooked. Great. Favourite thing to cook? Beans on toast. Favourite singer? Billie Holiday. Were you a member of National Youth Theatre? I think I did the 2-week course. Have you ever been to the Bahamas? No, would love to. Are you from East Africa? My mum's Kenyan. Favourite thing to do when you're bored? Watch Naruto. Um, do you listen to Doja Cat? Yes, I know that's problematic right now. When's your B-Day? I think it's on Wikipedia. Do you actually like your cast members? Of course I do. They're lovely people. What's your moon and rising sign? I have no idea. It's 7th of October, so can you work it out for me? What are your favourite series? Naruto. Absolutely loving Naruto. It's all I watch right now because it's all I have the strength to watch right now. It's like my little hot, water bottle in the Ben and Jerry's. It's like my comfort blanket. Favourite colour? Don't have one. We've got 8 minutes more of this. Who's the closest person in your cast? I'm close to different people for different reasons. Do you have tattoos? Not yet. Bonjour from France. Bonjour. Why are people trying to get me to pick out a favourite from the cast? I'm not going to do that. I know who's my favourite in here. I'm not going to say it out loud. What do you miss in the cast? Just seeing their faces, actually. That's the truth. Sorry, I wasn't going to read out this question, but can we just appreciate it? Did Justin Prentice actually put it in you in the scene? I only read that out because I wanted us all to have a laugh, that's all. Okay, what's the weather like here? Grey. I'm not going to show you my room because it's messy, alright? But take my word for it, it's grey. Hello from Egypt. Oh, guys, hurry, you've only got 7 minutes. Oh my god, absolute lie, you actually have 20 seconds. Okay, 20 seconds. Someone get a really important question in. Oh no. Did you do GCSE drama and so? What grade did you get? I got an A star. It was my only A star. Thank you. That's our final question. I really appreciate everyone being here, and I will update you when we've got our next one. It's probably going to be Wednesday. Oh my god, 2 seconds. Bye!